Lee Waddell. We were pulling him in. Oh, there he is. Hi, Lee. Welcome. Welcome to the stage, Jamie Kennedy. Hello. You're dressed nice and cozy. All right, folks, welcome to the stage, Skeet Ulrich. Perfect.
Hi, everyone.
You're wearing your...
How's it going? Hello, Columbus! Can I just say something right now?
No.
Can we please recognize the two stars of the #1 movie in America right now? Five Nights at Freddy's! Guys,
This is our Don King.
this is our Don King. Guys, I can't tell you this, and I'll shut up. 29 years ago, they made history in Scream. Now, 29 years later, they have another #1 movie together as different characters. That's incredible.
Jamie Kennedy, ultimate hype man, ultimate film promoter.
That's so very sweet.
Work when you're 18. And I said, nope. I'm gonna be He-Man. No, but I just... it's like these guys said, but also I like the tension. What else am I gonna do? Look at me. Well, I worked at Domino's, I got fired. I mean, come on. By the way,
All these years of being around you, you never did that, right?
I loved He-Man.
I can tell.
Bro,
Just
He-Man.
the tempo in which you started. I like. Hey, man. Like nobody else has anything else to do today.
Dude, it's early. It's 11 a.m. Shouldn't we be sleeping?
It's 8 a.m. in LA.
I know, dude.
He's on West Coast time, so.
By the way, we all told our
Please.
journey. We all told our journey, and Lee's just sitting there.
yeah, I'm
He's
good,
like-
man. I'm just
Lee's
saying.
like, I'm a piece of crap.
Lee is the stuntman that was in the Ghostface costume for the entire first film.
So I get to use that, man. That you guys all had to audition to go through that process. And because of my relationship with Wes Craven for years, and with Tony Caesar, his stunt coordinator, I literally got a phone call. I just showed up. It was great. Sorry,
Hey, but how did you get started in stunts? What drew you to it?
bad decisions.
Right now,
Hey, do not grab his ass. Hey, speak for yourself. Hey, he is not a piece of meat. Speak for yourself.
yes.
Grab my ass.
And if,
Steve, don't say that.
if, you're,
Plausible deniability.
if you're gonna grab it, please have your Venmo ready.
How much are you charging, Jamie?
Val, we'll do 15.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, where are you when you did your first stand-up routine?
Beverly Garland Hotel, North Hollywood, right down the street from the Domino's.
Is that a joke or is that real?
It's true.
It's
100% true.
So you grew up in Philly and
Grew up in Philly.
you came to California to go to acting school?
No. I like I'm having a moment. I grew up in Philly, always wanted to be an actor, had no idea, didn't even want to be an actor, I didn't even know anything. I just love movies and TV, absolutely loved it. And movies would shoot in Philly. There was a movie called Clean and Sober with Michael Keaton. And
Brilliant movie, actually.
brilliant movie shot in my parish. So we were 12 years old trying to be extras. I didn't know what that was. Long story boring, I got to be an extra in a movie through my mom's friend who was an actress, and the movie was called Dead Poets Society. It was a crazy story. I was at Domino's the next day.
Pretending to be He-Man.
Yeah. The next day, on the set at craft service grabbing a baby carrot, and Robin Williams is right there. Crazy story, I know. And I just I got my first set, the bug was bitten, and the rest is history.
Wait, you didn't answer my question.
Yeah, you said what was
You
your
came
first?
to California.
Then I came to California to be
Okay.
an extra.
Okay, and then
That's true.
stand-up wise, what was your first?
I
joke?
wasn't. My stand-up was like, I don't know. I got a billion jokes. What do you want to know?
No, the first one.
The point.
I got a good joke, but it might not play here.
No, wait, listen.
It's 11 a.m. show.
So at some point, you went and said, "I'm going to do stand-up."
I had no idea what I was doing.
Okay, but
I love being an extra.
At some point, you were like, "I'm going to go take this 5-minute open mic set."
Yes.
Okay, but what happened? How did you do? Why did you do that?
Because I was desperate. I wanted to do something, and I had enough jobs. This is the true story. You have angels in your life. These guys are correct. And I always had jobs, and people are like, "You're so crazy, you're not gonna work in a regular job." And they said, "You should be a comedian." That's how it started. Enough people told me this, and then I learned about open mic through something called Dramalog. Remember Dramalog?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I got my sidecar Dramalog. That's a whole other story.
Amazing. I'll give you the first joke. It's really quick. My dad never talked to me about sex, and his joke.
Yeah. I mean, I think.
But he was really polite. He's from the South, and he would use symbols and sounds. He'd go, "Hey Jay," that's how he sounded, like Foghorn Leghorn. He said, "Hey Jay, you got that girl last night? Well, she's a cute girl, isn't she? Did you
That's the joke.
That's
That's
it.
That's it.
That was my.
Just put that in perspective. Or there was a cell phone on set, and I went out my mom's birthday. We were shooting Scream. It was the last sequence, scene 118 in the film. And as I walked outside, I was like, "Can I borrow the cell phone? I want to call my mom to tell her happy birthday." And Wes was sitting there with Mary Ann, and they were both talking. And he's like, "Oh," with his very dry way. He's like, "We were just talking about it." I'm like, "Oh yeah, what were you saying?" He said, "Well, we were just talking that someday you're going to win an Academy Award." And I was like, "Oh yeah." Wanted to tell my mom that. So he gives me the phone, I call her. I'm like, "Mom, hold on a second. Wes Craven wants to say hi." I'm like, "Hi, it's Wes Craven. We were just talking about someday your son's going to win an Academy Award." And the reason I always tell that story is that these, it feels like in these moments of celebration, we're at these conventions, and it's like, "Oh, you guys are so famous," and it feels like our lives are always trending up, and that's a bunch of bullshit. No actors' lives, no artists' lives only go up. And in these moments of self-doubt, and in these moments of feeling like an imposter, or that we may never get a chance to work again, we have to hold on to these little trinkets of joy and success that you feel in a moment that you were incredible. And so for me, when I am trending in the dark place about my journey, I have these little idiosyncratic moments in my life that I hold on to, and one of them is Wes, in that moment saying, "Someday you're gonna win an Academy Award." And I have, in my life, made choices about what I'm doing because of what he said, because I want to one day win an Academy Award.